Oh god, it's like Operation, but worse.
Generic intro into that goes me. Here back with some more Game Theory FNAF videos. Today we have Game Theory FNAF 7, The Untold Story of Sister Location. No idea what this is going to have in it, but this is going to be about FNAF 7. Last week we did This Is The End, which is kind of like the part 2 of the official timeline. That video was so good. I highly recommend checking out if you haven't already. I'll leave my reaction to it right up there. Also, link down below in the description. Also, going to be placed on my channel. But all of my other Game Theory FNAF videos going in chronological order. I've played the first game, and that is it. I actually beat the first game, and there's 2 videos on my channel of me doing that, and I haven't played any of the games since then. But you all showed so much support for this series, so thank you so much. Also, if you're wondering where the death battle is, they uploaded it on Wednesday, so I can't get it out on Wednesday, obviously, because my patrons get all my videos a day early for literally $3 a month. I'm doing 100 videos for the month of December. I do all the recording, all the editing, every single thumbnail, and I read every single comment as well and reply to a lot of them as well. But I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hopefully I can make it a tiny little better. I'll also be live stream today at 5 p.m. playing my Pokemon White Nuzlocke. But let's go ahead and jump into FNAF 7, The Untold Story of Sister Location. Alright. So this is kind of, does this like start the new era of FNAF?
No. No.
There's more.
No, God, no. No.
Oh, the Office reference.
No, God, no, no. No.
Also, what is the lighting in there? The lighting... That was a weird... How they had him lit up in the background. That was kind of weird. He was, like, washed out at all. It was interesting. I wonder how they did that lighting effect. But, hi. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Rippling. Never played a Zelda game. I'm not streaming them. I'm streaming today at 5 p.m. with Pokemon White Nuzlocke. First time playing Gen 5.
Screw it.
Is that a
Let's talk about
Freddy
this thing.
onesie?
By all that's unholy, FNAF is somehow back. Someone got
What is the
together
time
in their
jump
little
between
summoning
these?
circle
No,
of
not
Funko
that far.
plushies and recycled Chuck E. Cheese pizza and awakened the sleeping behemoth that is Scott Cawthon, and now here we are with a new trailer for FNAF 7.
A trailer?
In children's pajamas. Thank you, Internet.
But
Also, can
no
we
way
just
those children.
agree that this is creepy, right? Not
Yeah.
me wearing kids' PJs, certainly, though. Come to think of it, that is really weird. No, the
Yeah.
fact that I'm
People
in
wanted to
a
name his
nightie
kid
that is
Freddy.
dedicated to an animatronic that gets dead children stuffed into him.
Well,
Look,
most
man,
people don't know that.
Merch in 2019. Yeah, indie game.
2019.
Now, at the end of last summer,
Just wait until
FNAF
2020
was
happens.
basically done. The book series had concluded, FNAF 6 had burned the series to the ground, and Ultimate Custom Night ended the story by trapping William
Yeah.
Afton in eternal torment. All that was really left was the movie. Just like
Which
Jeremy
is-
laid to rest on a nearby hillside, it was time for
Man,
the
last week's
series
video
to
was so
finally
good.
rest in
It was
peace.
so good.
But then, back in November, Scott hopped onto Steam to give all us
Oh,
redheads
no.
an update, and suddenly the movie was the least certain thing of the group. A VR
What?
game? An
A VR?
AR
Oh, yeah,
game?
that does
More
exist.
Books? A
Somebody's
third
saying
new
to
game
skip
called
the
Into
AR
Madness?
games?
Clearly, Scott intended me to be the protagonist of that one, since that's
Yeah, madness.
exactly where I'm headed to with so much new FNAF headed our way. Even a
Hey.
AAA game.
11 million
where apparently
views.
Instead of stuffing children into animatronics, they start getting stuffed into loot boxes. Fast forward.
EA
4
would like to know
months
your location.
today, and here we are with the first new Scott Cawthon teaser in nearly a year. A teaser for
Whoa, he spent a year?
one of the items.
One
on this
of? Yeah,
massive
underwear,
list of animatronic horror
bumper
sent to taunt
stickers,
me.
battle
But which
royale
one is
game.
it, and what it means for this new era of FNAFing is exactly what we're exploring
Don't
today.
tell me these are
So,
actual things.
Let's get analyzing. First,
That
let's just
list is oddly
assess
specific.
what we're seeing here, shall we? Clearly, you have 5 animatronics that are all melted together, which would
Yeah.
be interesting enough on its own, but making it even more compelling is
What,
the fact that
the-
they all span the history of the franchise. You have Freddy, Foxy, and Bonnie, all in
Yeah.
their FNAF 1 forms, but then you also have the pre-mangle form of Funtime Foxy from
Yeah.
Sister Location,
And
and
what is
also
that?
pre-trapped Springtrap from, well, a lot
Everything.
of different cutscenes
Yeah.
throughout the series, but most notably from the Fruity Maze minigame dating in FNAF 6. You can actually tell this based on the general shape of the nose, as well as the lack of decay and aging that you normally see post-Spring
Yeah,
failure.
yeah.
But since this is a Scott Cawthon teaser, you know that there's going to be more here than just a cool image.
He doesn't do
If
coincidence.
you throw this thing into Photoshop and start brightening it up,
Oh
step
my
one in
God.
any FNAF teaser analysis, you're going to see the background has lines. Lines with some
What?
oddly inconsistent
Well, there's also some
spacing.
words.
And of course, you have text. The quote is from Fazbear
Everything's working
Entertainment
as
in the upper
intended.
right-hand corner, saying that everything is working as intended, but also a not quite so hidden bunch of text right here in the middle of the image that you
can't really see.
gotta squint to truly
Yeah.
read. Don't listen to them. Blank. Let something inside. It was an accident.
It was an
Remember
accident.
Jeremy. Jeremy.
Jeremy.
The guy from the gravestone. The night guard who has his name on the paycheck
Is
from FNAF
Jeremy.
2. The supposed Bite of 87 victim. Ladies and gentlemen, sound the alarms. We are talking about the Loeb lad himself, which means that there's only one option here. We are in the same continuity. Cue the party horns and
so
cheerful
the story's not
children's
over,
sound
kind of?
effects. I know
Or maybe
we're
that
all
story
eager
is.
to
Maybe
throw
it's a
out our
different part.
textbooks at the end of last semester, guys. But it's time to break out FNAF lore for dummies.
Yeah, he went to
one
Duke on a
final
scholarship,
time.
which is insane.
Whoopity-doo! Who's excited?
So he knows a thing or two about books and scholarship.
This guy, I guess. Now, creating my own
Like,
energy over the last couple months has
it's
taught me
hard
a
to
lot
get
of
into
things,
Duke.
specifically better ways to hide and code messages. And one particularly effective but simple way to do it is by opening image files as text files. So if we open this image file in Notepad, we actually get our answer to that first missing word. Don't listen to them. We let something inside.
We.
It was an accident. Remember Jeremy. So with all of that
What?
evidence compiled,
Are they
let's start
saying that they shouldn't have
analyzing
killed
before we start
Jeremy?
digging deeper.
Are the
Because
ghosts
there's
or
a lot
spirits
deeper to go,
showing
ladies and
regret?
gentlemen. We are just scratching the surface.
The
Now,
format's
the
pretty
phrase
cool.
"remember Jeremy" actually tells us a lot of things here. First, it tells us both the speaker of that line and the person it's directed to
But also
know
know his name's
who
Jeremy.
is.
Yeah.
Secondly, it tells us that the events of this game are happening in the aftermath of his death, which at this point is commonly accepted to be the result of the Bite of 87. So from a
Yes,
timeline
I guess.
perspective, it looks like this quote is coming after 1987, meaning that we're after the string of murders in the FNAF 2 location and around the time of Michael Afton's revisit to the FNAF 1 building and his discovery of sister locations. In fact, knowing
Just
where in the
location's
timeline
location.
this quote must fall and seeing those lines in the background of the teaser, my mind immediately jumps to prison bars. Now,
Really?
that seems like it might be a stretch.
But there's
Clearly,
horizontal ones.
these
Oh,
are
wait,
just
no,
meant to
prisons
be
do have
files,
that.
And while yes, that's probably what they are, the inconsistent spacing still felt weird to me, and it resembled the narrow strip of horizontal bars that many prison doors have. Now think back, way
Maybe.
back to when this story first started.
About
Back to the
the-
secret newspapers from FNAF 1. The things that first told us that there was a deeper story to begin with. Quote, video surveillance identified the man responsible and led to his capture.
His
following
capture,
warning.
why did they say his
And on the
name?
follow-up story, headline, 5 children now missing, suspect convicted. While the suspect has
Convicted.
been charged, the bodies themselves were never found, end quote. So if
'Cause they were
these
stuffed into
newspaper
the
clippings are
animatronics?
still considered canon, this former employee was convicted, meaning that they found him guilty, and
But
as
it's
a
not
result,
Jeremy,
most
is it?
likely he went to prison for his crime. And we can be fairly
Which
confident
would
that this
make the
isn't
background.
Afton, since his only comeuppance seems to have been the Springlock failure and the eventual eternal
In
torment
purgatory.
in HE double toothpicks, meaning that there is still a
Which
potential
is
story to
custom
be
night.
told of someone there who's trapped in prison, wrongfully accused, haunted by the nightmarish amalgamation of animatronics that got him thrown into the slammer. At least, that's my wishful thinking for a potential plotline for one of these stories. Is it the story that we're getting in this game? Probably not. But a boy in Freddy pajamas can dream,
I guess.
can't he? Let's
Oh,
go back to
God.
the text. Don't trust them. That them
Yeah,
could be
he
referring to the
meant
animatronics.
listen.
Or it could be referring to the members of Fazbear
you can, like,
Entertainment.
hardly see that.
quote in the upper corner saying that everything is working as intended. Now, as established
sounds
by
exactly like
Ultimate
it's
Custom
not
Night,
working
the
as
only
intended.
haunted characters who still possess rational thought are Baby and the puppets.
The others are like animals, but I am very aware.
Which
wish
eliminates
you weren't.
everyone that we currently see on screen here, thereby making it doubtful that the them in this
Wait, so
quote
the
is
others like
referring to the
animals?
animatronics. Instead, this seems to be 2 employees of Fazbear
So-
Entertainment talking to each other, basically confirming not to trust what the bosses are saying. All the
I don't think you
other
trust-
lines here, we let something in, it was an accident, remember Jeremy, seem like
what?
those same coworkers realizing
let
that something is
something in?
wrong
What
and that
did
it
they let
relates to
in?
a mistake that they made, a mistake that's ultimately related to Jeremy's death, and now they're both worried about their own survival.
Is there some big bad or something? Also, that's a really good lighting set that there's no like
we don't want to end up
frame
like
around the edge
him.
of the
So
green
now,
screen
looking back
or blue
across the
screen.
games, what are some of the mistakes where something deadly has been let in? Well, you got Springtrap being let into Fazbear Fright in FNAF 3. You have basically the entirety of FNAF 6's salvage minigames, and Ennard from Sister Location. Ennard, who, funny enough, during the false ending to that game, repeatedly begs you to let him in.
No.
Help us. You must let us inside the room.
No.
You have to let me inside the room.
No.
No, it was an accident.
No, it was an accident.
And
Wait,
where
that
in
sounds
the series
familiar.
do we have two co-workers who wind up dead because they let something inside? Sister Location again. Now,
I feel like
it's a
Sister
scene
Location
that's
had a
really easy to
lot of
forget,
stuff going
but
on.
Night 5 of Sister Location actually starts with Michael Afton crawling through the vents and suddenly
Really?
coming across the hanged bodies of two former technicians.
Oh.
Co-workers, done in by the newly escaped pieces of Ennard. So we have something where the placement in the timeline makes sense. The relationship of the characters to Jeremy as co-workers makes sense.
Yeah.
Their skepticism of Fazbear Entertainment definitely makes sense. And you know what?
Also, he couldn't
That's not
record
all.
this in the
Their
closet, could he?
role specifically as technicians also makes sense with everything that we're learning about
really
this
does,
new
yeah.
game. You see, Scott wasn't content to
PlayStation
just give
VR
us one
required.
teaser. Oh no, he gave us 8 separate images teasing
What?
this new game, apparently to make up for lost time. Thanks, buddy. I mean,
Yeah,
sure, we
what?
just analyzed the imagery and text of this one image, but if you
are
check
the other ones?
source code of
Oh, his
Scott's
website.
website, which at this point is FNAF Research Step
Yeah, you
2,
have
but
to.
after brightening up the images,
Yeah.
you'll notice odd strings of text, all with this tag, content equals. Well, if you take those strings of letters and plug them into the URL bar, it
What
reveals
happened?
a trove of new findings. The first and most
What?
important of them, we're going to
those
be
yet-
playing
I'm
as
sorry,
a
is
technician.
that-
Here, in this image, we can
Taking a
actually
selfie?
see Freddy's body opened up, ready to be worked on, which perfectly coincides with what Scott teased when he initially mentioned the possibility of this new VR game.
You're
Quote,
supposed to
"If you
work on the
liked
machines?"
repairing Funtime Freddy up close in Sister Location, just wait until you try to do something like that in VR, up close and personal.
That sounds kinda cool.
With these huge animatronics that are just one mistake away from jumping at you.
Oh god, it's
Another
like
of these
Operation,
images,
but
the one of
worse.
Bonnie without the eye also is teasing at this idea
Bonnie
of
without
no
the eye.
longer being a guard, but rather an animatronic tech having to repair all of these robots. So could the main
that
story
requires
of this
probably a
new
lot of
FNAF game
skill, 'cause these
actually
things are
be the
ahead of their
story
time.
These two hapless technicians who end their lives in an underground robotics bunker? If the quote on this teaser is to be believed, the answer seems to be a solid yes. If it is, it even relates back to the title of the game. You see, going back to look at the source code yet again, you see that the
What is
original
there?
teaser image is listed
It says-
as HW.JPG.
And then there's Remember Jeremy.
Now, back in February, my buddy Dawko tweeted out that a new
Dawko,
FNAF game
somebody told me I
got
should react to one of the
leaked on
videos he did
ESRB
with,
ratings website.
Scott.
The ESRB, man, get your act together. First you leak the Super Smash Bros. 4 roster, and now you're leaking the new FNAF game? It is time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? And yes, this is someone else's meme, but I thought it was appropriate for the situation.
Whose meme is that?
Plus, I'm in pajamas, thought it would be funny. There it is. Filthy Frank. We miss
Filthy
you.
Frank.
But
That
in
would've
all
been my
seriousness,
guess.
This game's title
Say
is
miss you?
Five Nights
Wait,
at Freddy's
where is Filthy
VR
Frank?
Help Wanted. HW, just like the name of the teaser image. The description
Makes
for
sense.
this leaked game
Help Wanted
even
VR.
confirms that you will be playing
Words
as
"you
a
are dead"
technician.
appearing on the
Quote,
screen.
Once again, players assume the role of a repair person
So
tasked
that's how
with
it gets the
monitoring and
rating?
repairing animatronic characters at a pizzeria. From a first-person perspective,
Also, this way that
players
this is going
explore
side by
dark
side.
hallways, complete puzzles,
That's
and
cool.
try to avoid
That's
menacing,
cool.
malfunctioning animatronic figures. The game contains frequent screams and jump scares with the
you are
words
dead.
"You are dead" appearing on screen after players are attacked. End quote.
I guess that's a
What
good teen
happens
rating.
when you lose 2 technicians to sudden animatronic-related fatalities?
You need
Time
help.
to find some
Yeah, you
more.
gotta hire some
Throw up
people
the sign, help
for that sweet,
wanted.
sweet
So
minimum
we have
wage.
ourselves a VR game
Make
starring
more money
a
than I do.
technician who's repairing animatronics, slowly coming to realize that they've made a terrible career decision. Or do we? Looking across all the other teaser images, it feels like this whole game may actually be disconnected. We see scenes from all the various settings we visited in this franchise.
Maybe it's gonna be
the tile floor behind that
a
old
different setting.
Suggests that it's the FNAF 1 location.
You know?
This shot of Springtrap looming in the background tells us that we're gonna be visiting Fazbear Fright.
It's the same universe and same world and same events.
That we'll be visiting
different
sister
perspective
location for some challenges. Heck, we're even gonna be invading the crime
different
child's bedroom from
interactions
FNAF
with
4 based on this shot of Baby. Notice the iconic closets from that game, as well as the bedspread design in
What's on the ceiling though?
So, is this game just gonna be a bunch of vignettes? A compilation of the series' greatest scares, only now they're in VR? I don't think so. I do think that this game can and will tell its own unique story that builds out the lore of this franchise.
I played
and
VR
one
time.
Teaser images solidifies that for me. True to form, Scott hit his biggest reveal the deepest. You see, going on to Scott Games final time, a lot of times to visit Scott Games.
Check how many times people visit the website.
Something seems a little off if you're paying close enough attention. You see, the meta label for the website is actually misspelled with a 0 in between the two T's. And if you go through the source code with a really fine-tooth comb and a really keen eye,
does he even find this stuff?
A couple more typos.
Does he look through all this himself?
Content, a big old G in block quote, and an N in the word text. 0
Origin
RGN. Type those letters into the URL bar, and you get this. Now, clearly, it's been obscured very heavily, but if you blur it and affect the contrast a little bit, change some of the levels, you actually get something that looks more like this. Something that doesn't just look like an animatronic, but one animatronic in particular. Notice the half-closed eye. It's Ennard. It's Ennard's signature appearance.
Or not Mangled, my bad, sorry.
Eye,
that's what I meant.
Tube-like lips, an endoskeleton.
Because in your inner is mangled, that's like looks mangled.
There you have it. We have ourselves a new VR game telling us the story of two technicians who made a fatal career decision. Based on the fact that the game already has a rating, I'm assuming that we're gonna probably see this one coming out pretty soon. It's weird, actually, to think about a FNAF game coming out on something like PlayStation 4, the PlayStation VR. I'm excited to see it. Will I be right in my predictions? Well, we're just gonna have to wait and see.
I don't know. I read all the comments, let me know.
It's probably out already now. As soon as I hit publish, it probably came out because, you know,
for months I've been waiting for Matt Pat.
Right?
No, he didn't actually say that.
Is it out? Is it out yet?
Is it?
How about now?
It might be.
Right now. It's there. Nothing? All right, screw it. I'm gonna go get out of these pajamas. But hey,
that's just a theory.
Did you notice the new theoryware?
Which is like upside down.
Chaos Theory. It's a name that I have a lot of fun with, and it's available right now on the merch site.
That's kind of dope.
Is down below
it's kind
in
of
the
low key a little bit.
Hold on, while you're down there, you can actually win yourself $100 in theoryware, and not only that, get a personalized note from me as well as the rest of the team over here on Team Theory. All thanks to our sponsor for today, Honey.
Honey.
Sure,
I use Honey as well.
To spend hours investigating cryptic images
Does he actually do all the research himself, or does he like actually have people
not even
for this?
I'm willing to put in that much effort to just find a bunch of expired coupon codes. But with Honey, a free browser extension, you can actually get the lowest prices online.
Does his website actually use it?
An ounce of effort. And it works wherever you want to shop online, be it Walmart, Amazon, Best Buy, eBay, Sephora. Whether you're buying a video game,
interesting he threw Sephora in there.
It just saves you money. Not using
it
is literally just throwing your money away. I recently bought Steph a bunch of hair and beauty products as gifts for Christmas.
Sephora.
And Honey, no joke, saved me over $60. Which gave me plenty of cash left over to get a little present for myself on the side. Binding of Isaac on Nintendo Switch, in case you were wondering. And thanks to Honey
and their
sponsorship today, not only can you win the gift of free cash every time you shop online just by using the extension, but you can also win $100 of our Theoryware, whatever you want, including the new Chaos Theory shirts and hoodies. All you have to do
have any of y'all bought this? I know his other launches and stuff are actually pretty good.
That's it.
Like
that
quality-wise.
Literally all you
That's
have
what
to
I
do.
care about the most.
And then from there, one lucky winner will be selected to get whatever merch they want, which also comes with a note from yours truly. Honey is truly one of the best tools that you can use online.
Honestly.
That is why
now,
over 10 million people
really
have it installed
kind
in
of
their
stopped
browser.
sponsoring
And if you want to be a
YouTubers.
member, and for your chance to
like
win
they hit it all at once, and now they don't really do it anymore. But now there's somebody else that's trying to do it. There's another company. I forget what it is. But it's the same thing.
Or Heck, the link is in the top line of the description. You know this by now. You've
top
been
link of
on
this
YouTube.
video.
It's very common.
It's going to be
It
the
shouldn't come as a
original video.
surprise. Honey is literally only 2 clicks to install. So remember, that's joinhoney.com.
Already did it.
MATPAT. Start saving and enter that Theoryware contest today. Now,
do you think it's too late?
This FNAF teaser actually has something else that I need to talk about, but that is for next week.
Oh wow, he's putting these out after a week.
By the way, Kirby is coming. Just FNAF is more timely, and unless I talk about FNAF, people will hound me on social media nonstop.
Yeah.
So
it happens.
There.
It happens.
Part 2 is it's there. It's ready to go.
Apparently, Carl Anthony
Just have
Towns
to get
also
FNAF off my chest.
has hounded him, which is kind of crazy. My best friend Kirby. I'm showing her Dragon Ball Z Abridged right now. People want her in every single video. People will just be like, hey, you should bring Kirby on the show or this series. Do this series. Like, bro, it's hard enough to record what we already do. But that's actually crazy. I really like the format for this video where it actually like had him not like just voicing over the entire thing and just having that one picture of him that they just kind of like Photoshop and all that over and over again. So like, this is kind of cool where it has him in front of a blue screen, I'm guessing, or a green screen. And he was just talking and pointing out stuff, and I really like the format of this. I wonder if the future videos are going to be like that. I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to it. I see that thumbnail down there with the puppet's mask getting crushed. Y'all know how I feel about the puppet. Nothing against the spirit of the puppet. Nothing against Charlotte or Charlie or whatever her name is. Nothing against the spirit, but if she just takes on a different form, then she's perfectly fine with me. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be live stream today at 5 p.m. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. You can definitely stop by the stream. I stream 4 times a week, and I'm always reading chat. It's always a fun time. It's always goofy, silly, always just having a fun time. Playing some Pokemon White today. It's a Nuzlocke. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. I look forward to reading your comments. But until the next video, take care and keep the music.